Hey guys, seems like I say that every time I start, but welcome to another episode of Zen Road Trucker. Uh, First off, I want to say how awesome my company is. I let them know about a month ago when I first got out on the road on my own that I had a very do not miss appointment in Sumter, South Carolina on the 9th. And they said, well, you have to put in for time off. And I said, okay. So I put in for time off. And all last week, they kind of rock and rolled me. Well, you saw rock and rolled me between, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, that area. And got me a load out of Louisiana up to, or actually out of Texas, Houston, up to Atlanta. And then Atlanta to Elgin, South Carolina. And during that trip to Elgin, the drop-off date for that drop-off was past the time I needed to be in Sumter. And they said, well, just go to Sumter, take care of your thing, and then drop off the load. And I didn't lose any money. I didn't lose any time. Everything worked out perfectly the way it should. And what a great thing. And they like moved mountains to make sure that happened for me, and it was amazing. And I really appreciate CFI for doing that. I look at what's going on the road with companies like Celadon. It seems like these companies always seem to crash right at Christmas, like the worst possible time you can tell people they don't have a job anymore or leave them stranded on the road. These companies are crashing. Celadon had 3,000 drivers on the road. Now, they have since come out and said, look, you are not stranded. Finish your routes. Get your trucks home. We're going to try to reorganize, not shut down. And, so things are working out a little better than it initially appeared from the alarmist news reports, and these truckers aren't stranded. But when that happens, it really makes you appreciate where you do work, who you work for, and what they do for you. And so CFI did a great job. I couldn't have been happier. I couldn't have been prouder of the company I work for, that they handled it and allowed me to take care of my personal business without really putting a dent in my earnings, without giving me any grief. They just said, take care of what you need to take care of, get back on the road, make the delivery, and everything went great. That being said, made the delivery in Elgin last night at the time it was supposed to be dropped off, and while I was sleeping, they sent me another load this morning. So I'm here in Hartsville, South Carolina, beautiful Hartsville, picking up a load to go to Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, if I were one of those over-the-road truckers, I would be upset that it's only 577 miles. But I know with this company that by the end of the week, I'm going to be at 2,500 like I have been every week since I've been out here. So I just trust in that they're going to take care of me, that there's no hidden agendas, which we talked about expectations before being the crippling factor out here. I don't have any expectations of what my loads are going to be, what my length of my load should be. I accept them as they come. I run them and find out, just like everything else in my life has always worked out, that in the long run, it's going to be the way it's supposed to be. So I'm really excited. I'd like to walk you around in this plant, but we're not allowed to leave our trucks. They bring us stuff. The only time we can get in and out our truck is slide our tandems or shut our doors. Now, when I say slide our tandems, that brings up one thing I don't think I've talked about, is that the truck is allowed to weigh a certain amount. And the way we can adjust for each axle, the way we can adjust is sliding our tandems. I may have covered this. But when we load, they want our tandems all the way to the rear. That way the trailer doesn't dip and buck when the forklift comes in with the pallet. And because I'm being loaded with paper, which is generally usually a heavy load, they wanted the tandems all the way to the back. So I have a little lever that I pull, and it disengages pins that hold the tandems, the rear wheels of the trailer, in a certain position on the trailer. So when I pulled this lever, they were here's the end of the trailer. They were up here. So I pulled the lever, and then I drove forward with the brakes on. It slid them to the rear of the trailer, and that supports the end of the trailer the best way. So I've got that done. I opened the doors, backed up to the gate. This guy behind me in the blue truck, he pulled up, but the truck on the other side was in the wrong position for him to be able to fit between us. So I then had to pull out all the way so he could maneuver in, and I backed back into my door. And, sometimes it's just what you do. Guy was really cool. Asked, I said, hey, what do I need to do? And he said, well, could you pull out? And I go, yeah. So I pulled out, and he pulled backed in. We've been talking. He's a Steelers fan, so I make fun of him. And not that I care. I have no idea. I think Pittsburgh is where the Steelers are from, so we'll go with that. I've stated more than once that I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, but I still have no idea who the quarterback is or any of that miscellaneous information. Evidently, I don't have a mind for sports. I gotta tell you, I'm still loving it. Loving every minute of it. I miss my daughter a lot. But we talk 5 or 6 times a day. We argue, which is cool. But in the end, I have to kind of let her make some decisions. She's going to be 18 in March. She's going to be an adult, and she needs to handle it. And when I give her more freedom, that gives her more confidence. It gives her an understanding of what responsibility she has. So she's being well looked after. My neighbors keep an eye on her. I've got cameras. I've got an alarm system. We talk all the time. I almost have her chipped. She goes nowhere without her iPhone, and I have Find My Friends on my iPad. And so it's a pretty cool thing. In an effort to keep my videos watchable to the end, 8 minutes is my cutoff, so I'm approaching that. And there's not a lot between here and Cincinnati, Ohio, except maybe Fancy Gap, which is a great location. It's probably the longest grade on the East Coast. It goes up the highest. It's on 77 going from North Carolina into Virginia. And then there's a really cool spot on 77 where it meets Interstate 81, another north-south interstate. And at one point, you're driving I-77 north on 81 south at the same time. So you meet up with another north-south interstate, but the northern part of 77 goes on Interstate 81 south. And the northern part of 77 goes on, or southern part of 77 goes on 81 north. So it's kind of like, what? And so it's pretty cool. If you ever get up there, it's in Withville, however you want to pronounce it, Virginia. And I'll be going through there to go up to Cincinnati. So it's cool things I get to see. The Green River Gorge is up in that area. I'm not sure if I'll be crossing over it. But at one point, it was the highest bridge of its kind over a gorge in the world. And I don't think it is anymore, but it was pretty significant 20 years ago. Here I am talking to the 9-minute mark. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, whatever. And comment. Talk to me. Let me hear what you got to say. Hi, Karen. You're always commenting. It's nice to hear you, and I'm glad that you enjoy watching the videos. It makes me happy that someone's out there and enjoying. And if you enjoy it, comment it. If you don't enjoy it, let me know what's going on, so I have to make some changes. If there are questions you'd like to know, like what do I do if I have to pee on the road, or because the truck doesn't fit everywhere, I'll answer those questions. I drink a lot of water. This 100 ounces. I fill it with ice and I fill it with water. This is a day old. Yesterday I filled it and it still got ice in it. So I stay hydrated. Drink a lot of water. Like, subscribe. Have a great day. Be excellent to each other. Look, my finger's getting better. and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.